nice to be here. So I'm from the East End of London. Let's use the facilities. This is the Cockney walk. This is your casual Cockney walk, this. This is your standard Cockney walk. Not a lot going on, just having a little bit of a walkabout. There you go, let's have a little walkabout, a little look about. This is your casual Cockney walk. Then you've got your busy Cockney walk. Obviously, I'm double busy. I can't hang about. I'm double busy. Can't hang about. I've got to sign on and get back to work. I can't hang about. Left school with a bottle opener. Made in the third year. Wasn't a rubbish one. It was good because the two biggest departments in our school, woodwork and metalwork. So I made the metal bit in the metalwork department. I went into departmental, went across the corridor. I said to the woodwork teacher, "Do you mind if I put wooden handle on my bottle opener, sir?" He said, "You're a natural, son. Things are going to work out for you." We made ashtrays in the second year, bottle openers in the third year, prams in the fourth year. I went to a tough inner city comp with low expectations. In the third year, the careers officer turned up and he asked us what we'd like to do with our lives. The most ambitious kid in the class is Gary Hutton, because he wants to drive a van. We erupted. We're like, "You dreamer, Hutton. You's never gonna drive a van. You have to write to Jimmy Savile for that stuff, man. No kid from this school has ever gone on to drive a van. Come on, Hutton, you know why this school is here. This school is here to produce the people who carry the stuff to the van." But my big thing in the 80s, chasing women. Back in the 80s, I was an international lover and player. I'd made love to women as far afield as Cardiff. It was easy to get sex in the 80s. You had to really work for it back then. Women didn't want to part up too quickly. You had to go to work. If you met a girl and you were taking her out on a Saturday night, bosh, here we go. Splash a pack of a man. Get your jeans out the cleaners. Nice crease on them. There you go. And you took her out for the evening. You treated her. You took her out for a steak Diane. Few Cinzano the Biancos. And if she wanted a prawn cocktail, she got a prawn cocktail. Women went mental for the prawn cocktail in the 80s. You see her little face light up. You've sat her down and you've presented her with prawns. Lettuce. In a wine glass. Drizzled with the dressing from 1,000 islands. Not salad cream tonight, princess. Tonight you're special. You're gonna get a dressing that's been gathered from 1,000 islands. You walked to this steakhouse in Bethnal Green. Kitted it out for love. Bedsitter. Quality bedsitter. Not council. And I went and got all the latest gear. I spent about 700 quid. Right, let's go. Take her back. Sit her down on the futon. She's half in bed already. Up there for thinking. Go over to me stereo stacker system. Got a stereo stacker. Listen to wah-wah. With a built-in graphic equaliser. It does nothing. I slip into the cassette deck. Now that's what I call music. 2. So, now I know Luther Vandross will be on in a minute. When Luther comes on, bosh, I'm in. This frees up the time for me to go off to the kitchenette area. I've got a kitchenette area. It's not a piss hole I'm living in. I've got a kitchenette area. I go behind me little bit of curtain. Grab a bit of curtain, man, your kitchen, come on. I change into the uniform of the international player, which we know is the silk black kimono. Come back out into the main area. I've kept my jeans on. I'm not a monster. I turn round to reveal the dragon. Hold that pose. Come back with a nice chilled bottle of Blue Nun. Oh, she's gone. Now, playing days are over anyway. I sorted my life out in the late 80s. Met a very nice girl. Proper middle class. She's been skiing and everything. And, Thank you. Thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. How nice it is to be in Brighton. Oh, this is where we come from South East London to relax. And it does make you relax, come to Brighton, doesn't it? Because you get on the train in South East London, you're all stressed out, and you get to Brighton, you get off the train, and you look down the hill, and all the stresses and strains start to leave you. Quite a lot of the ambition as well. You're barely in Brighton 2 hours and you're starting to think, I'm going to go part-time. Seemed like a long time ago, my school memories. In my 40s now, getting tired, don't go out much anymore. I've reached the point, if I queue up to get into a nightclub and the bouncer says you can't come in, I just look at him and say, oh, thanks, mate. My feet are absolutely killing me, they are. And I've got a very good book on the go at the moment, I have. It's excellent. Chesil Beach. Because I've got some young friends and they talk me into it. They say, come out the weekend, Mick. Come out, man. Come on. It's be mental, man. And I end up going out with them. End up in a queue to get into a nightclub, a queue. They love the queue. Queue's a sign the club is happening, man. Look at the queue. I'm in the queue thinking, we're never going to get a seat in there. I bet it's noisy in there. Can't actually remember the last time we ended up out. You know what I mean by this, don't you? The fact that in the UK we drink so much, we have different levels of being out, different types. I'll talk you through them. You pop out just to go to the shops, you've got to get a couple of bits, and you bump into a friend who says, should we have a quick drink? And you go, yeah, only a quick one, though, because I'm very busy. 3 hours later, you're still in the pub. And then what happens is the evening people come in. These people are going out properly. These people are going what we like to call out. Now, the out people come up to you, don't they? And they go, you going to come out with us? And you go, I can't come out. I didn't even come out. I only popped out. The out people don't want to hear this. They look at you, they go, look, you popped out. You've ended up out. You may as well come out. If you've got just the right amount of alcohol in your system, you look at them, you go, you know what? I'm coming out. 5 hours later, you're in some horrendous nightclub. Sinatra's or Cinderella's, some hellhole. You're drunk now, and you feel you've got a crazy story for everybody. And you walk up to people. You go, do you know what? I didn't even come out. I only popped out. Now look at me. I'm out. I think the reason you feel so compelled to keep telling this rather long-winded story, because you're standing there in your carpet slippers. With a pint of milk and a cut loaf.
Now, we have dinner parties now. We invite our friends around for the evening, have dinner parties, but sometimes we treat ourselves to a restaurant. My wife's middle class. She loves a restaurant. She likes the ambiance. She will say to me within 5 minutes in a restaurant, "Isn't it a lovely ambiance?" I say, "I don't know what you're talking about. I've just copped for the price of the piece." She says, "No, it's a lovely ambiance." I've worked out what an ambiance is. It's a night out without poor people, isn't it? Basically, you're saying, could we put the prices up just high enough to keep the poor people away? I want someone banging a couple of spoons together, singing Mild Man's a Dustman at some stage, causing an atmosphere. It's the ambiance we're looking for. So, we're in this rather fancy French restaurant. Something is ruining the ambiance for my liking. There's no tomato sauce on the table. Setting up the very awkward situation where I've now got to ask for tomato sauce. My wife's looking at me. She said, "Please don't ask for tomato sauce." I said, "I've got to have tomato sauce. I've just ordered the risotto." "You can't eat risotto without red sauce. It's too dry. All the juice has been taken out of it. It's a health and safety issue." So I said to the waitress, rather stroppy-looking waitress, I said, "Excuse me, do you have any ketchup in the building?" She's looked at me like I'm some horrendous pleb. She went off to the kitchen. I saw her making her way back with a little pot she'd rustled up. This big, about this big. 2 chipfuls, basically. She's tried to put it on the table and walk away like she's doing some sort of drug deal or something, you know. It's all secretive. I stopped her. I said, "Don't go anywhere, love. Don't go anywhere." And I took a sip of it. And I looked at her and I said, "Yes, I'll have a bottle, please."